AFD squad and welcome back to Football Mondial, where today I'm joined by the one and only Z Money.
Thank
for
you.
the best footballing stories from around the globe.
And today we have disgrace in Denmark, happiness in Holland and brotherhood in Barcelona, all brought together for your viewing pleasure. Let's dive straight in with a trip to the new camp.
Awful technique from
Yeah, God, Tom Daly wouldn't be proud.
As we're sure you remember, Brazil's Chapecoense are still in the process of rebuilding their club and community after the terrible plane crash in November, which claimed the lives of 71 people, including 19 Chape players.
Besides the obvious psychological fallout, Chape were forced to sign 25 new players and promote 9 youngsters from their academy. Though former Barca stars like Ronaldinho, Riquelme and Good Johnson offered to come out of their retirement to play for them.
Top blokes. Barcelona themselves pledged to help the Verdão, giving them €250,000 and inviting them to play a fundraising friendly at the Camp Nou once they got back on their feet.
That game finally took place on Monday, with Alan Rochelle, one of the 3 survivors of the crash, captaining Chapo and playing the first 35 minutes of the game. Neto and goalkeeper Jackson Folman, who lost a leg in the disaster and was forced into retirement, were also present. They all received a standing ovation from the Barca faithful.
Yes, and rightly so. The Blaugrana named a full-strength lineup for the occasion and ran out 5-0 winners, thanks to goals from Deulofeu, Busquets, Suarez and 2 from the one and only Lionel Messi.
At the end of the game, Rochelle swapped shirts with Messi, though the spirit of comradeship and solidarity was slightly ruined by a small section of the crowd who used the occasion to voice their displeasure at the recent departure of Neymar to PSG.
Not the time or the place, come on guys. The match was both Ernesto Valverde's first home game as Barca boss and the club's first fixture since their Brazilian star left them, and some culés were heard chanting, "Die Neymar, die," during the match.
Christ.
A little bit OTT.
Yes. But the stupidity of a few supporters shouldn't distract attention from the club's act of generosity towards those in need of their help. Barcelona lived up to their motto this week, Masque and Club.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Over to the Netherlands now, Z Money, and a couple of weeks ago we made you aware of the Dutch women's national team as they fought to bring home their first trophy in their history at the Summer's European Championships.
Yes, well, strap on your dancing clogs and tuck into a celebratory waffle, because the Dutch Lionesses have won Euro 2017, bringing the Netherlands their first international silverware since the men's team triumphed at Euro 88.
What a sight
God.
that was, yeah. Yes, the Dutch beat Denmark 4-2 in an action-packed final after knocking out England's Lionesses in the semi. A much-fancied France side and reigning champions Germany exited the competition at the quarter-final stage, leaving it open for the Dutch to clinch.
The Netherlands scored more goals than any other nation in the tournament, bagging 13 in 6 games, and finishing with 3 of the Cup's top 4 scorers. 5 Dutch women made the team of the tournament, while 24-year-old midfielder Lieke Martins was named the best player.
Martins, who joined Barcelona from Rosengard this summer, was given the Player of the Match award in 2 of the Netherlands games as she scored 3 and assisted 2 more in just over 500 minutes of football.
That's not too bad.
Chris Hamill numbers.
Yes, but
over the season.
But I bet Pat would never have thought he'd be able to say that the Dutch national team have won a major international tournament. Now, all we need is for England to do it, and you would be very happy. Seems unlikely though.
What about you?
Algeria, World Cup 2018. Just wait.
In more bad news for Denmark, the derby between Brøndby and FC Copenhagen was disturbed this week by a scrap between Copenhagen Ultras and the joint forces of the match stewards and the riot police.
The game was already a testy affair in the first half, as Brøndby midfielder Beza Halimi and Copenhagen's William Kvist came to blows, prompting a pile-up in which 5 players were booked. Do you see how much I spat there?
Beza Halimi. But that was made to look like a pillar fight at the end of the game, as Brøndby took a 1-0 lead into the 90th minute thanks to substitute Simon Tibbling. Tibbles! Yes, he does sound like a cat. And the Copenhagen fans were, shall we say, disgruntled.
Fans attacked a steward before riot police and supporters got involved in a pitched battle, with flares, bottles, flags and even a bass drum used as improvised weaponry.
Mate, do you reckon they waited for the beat to drop before
Hey!
they used the bass?
But you made a joke!
Anyway, The Danish Bacon have already opened criminal proceedings against 42 fans, with 19 of those charged with violence against on-duty officers. We fully expect to see bans and prison time for all those involved. Deservedly so as well.
Can't do the time. And the rest of that. And finally today, we head back to Brazil, where Corinthians have just completed a storming first half of the Serie A campaign.
A storming one, yes. After winning the regional league, the Campeonato Paulista, by 7 points, the Coringão have gone 19 games without defeat so far in the national competition, winning 14 and drawing 5 of their matches. That makes them unbeaten, Zach.
Well done, well done. Between 37 games in both tournaments, Corinthians have conceded just 20 goals. That's insane, given that they entered the season as rank outsiders for the title, behind Santos, Palmeiras and Sao Paulo.
Nailed it.
And had been given criticism for appointing Fabio Carril as manager.
Yes, love that ad-lib there. You went slightly off script, but we move on. Carril had long been a member of the club's coaching staff under Tite, who left to become national team manager in 2016. But after Flamengo sacked Zé Ricardo as their boss last Sunday, Carril has been in his current job longer than 14 of Brazil's league managers.
Christ. In fact, the longest serving coach in the Brasileiro Serie A is Cruzeiro's Mano Menezes, who has held his position for under 13 months. God, never change Brazil.
Mate, I'm so glad you finally got that out.
Thank you.
So that was this week's Football Monday out, guys, but fear not, we have a giveaway. McCubbin. All through.
Oh.
Yes, we have a copper football mug to give away. It is the Football Romantics mug, a lovely vessel for your beverage.
God.
All you have to do is send us your biggest mug of the week. That's me and Zach on Twitter or Instagram. Get at us, handles on screen now. What should the fine people do next?
The one and only thing to do next is to watch Stat Wars The Champions.
You're out, aren't you?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, McCubbin, do me. Yes, it is a mug. McCubbin, do me. Let's not do that.